Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from Sycamore Crossing. What a beautiful morning, right?
Perfect.
Gorgeous.
Blue Ridge,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay.
Doc said it was 56 degrees this morning when he woke up to ride the bike.
Doc says it, it's done.
It's done.
Finished. Doc said
You know, he called me and said, Jane, it's 56. Maybe you need to take a sweater. I said, honey, you know I haven't been cold since 1982. I don't need a sweater.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but it's,
Honey, I haven't been cold since 1982.
I've just had this,
You
know,
keep my motor wound
stuff
up.
going on. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I think, moving right along.
Moving right along, Jane is our hottie of the week.
And don't you forget it.
That's right.
Okay.
All right, where are we going, boy? Privilege.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to get it out of the way. Yes, I am very upset with the budget deal that was cut. I'm very upset. Yes, I'm very upset with the debt. Yes, I'm very upset with some of these things that are going on in our country that we need to correct. But I think we can recover from them. What I really fear is this whole racism thing, and I hate to say just racism. That is my fear. All right, the budget. I'm not happy with the budget deal. I'm not happy with the debt the way it's going. But I have to tell you this: if the country collapses, we're going to figure out how to come back and make. These are things we can fix.
Yeah.
The
Agreed.
racism I said the other day of what they're attempting to do could take another 200 years to correct, and I know that's a long time. But I that is my fear of what they are doing, because Donald Trump's tweet never said a name, color, anything, and the media is dangerous.
Yeah.
They are dangerous, okay? And the media took that tweet and said, okay, let's stamp it racist, let's stamp it women of color, let's stamp all these things on it that are not really true. You know, when Donald Trump said that, the four women jumped up like playing whack-a-mole. They were all up,
Yep.
Boom, they popped up. Then we have the chant in South Carolina that says send her back. Okay, for 13 seconds, the media's gone nuts. And Trump didn't interrupt it. And that was Ilhan Omar, right? They were talking about her.
Ilhan.
Ilhan Omar. Now, where I'm going with this, the media will not run the stories on research. I think she may be here illegally. I think she may have received asylum.
There is no question.
Citizenship.
In my mind.
Illegally in this country. She may be here illegally.
Glenn Beck went through all that.
Right.
It is documented.
Right.
But no one will
Documented.
touch it.
No one
Not
will touch
even
it.
Fox, not even the good guys.
So personally, I'm going to say on public.
What does that mean?
I'll say I think we should research that and send her back.
Look, when
I mean,
the
they
president
get mad at me if they
when the
want.
president is standing in front of the helicopter and he said, I don't know, maybe we ought to look into it. I think someone said she was here
Right.
illegally.
Someone said she married her brother.
When he does that,
Hello.
Yeah.
they're looking at it. That's the trigger, I guarantee him.
Rashid Tlaib, is that how you say
She
it?
married
Tlaib.
All right.
her brother.
She's an angry person.
Oh.
She's had hate in her heart and anger way before he became
They're
president.
She needs to strap some underwear on too.
She-
My goodness.
But they're infiltrating our government. I mean, is that
But
terrifying?
those four, women of color, and then he said send her back. And I've said for a long time, they have tried to do everything to label me the racist here, as I'm white, I'm in my 50s, I'm Republican, I support the president. So right after that, a local person here, I'll just say it because it's on it, a local person here went berserk on I've said berserk, yeah, if you're watching, I say you went berserk. You went berserk on social media and said, okay, anybody out there that you now, after this chant, I forget how you wrote it, support the President of the United States, you are a racist, you are an American, and you are a terrible human being, right, Rick? That's what was said, okay?
Golly.
So I never respond to this individual. And I thought to myself, okay, I never respond because they always put stuff up. But this time I thought, you know what? That basically, he just said to me, if I support the President of the United States, so I just wrote back a little quote and said, I didn't use any foul language, Rick read it, I don't know if anybody else, but I said, are you saying I'm a racist? Are you calling me a terrible human being? and un-American, because I do support the President of the United States. I'd like to know. That's all I wrote. Is that what you called me this morning? Man, you should have seen it light up. This one person jumped in and said, "I'll bite. You're an effing no good." Rick, was it? It got it got ugly.
God.
They called me every name in the book. I mean,
In
people.
this town.
I think you're giving him too
My
much credit and too much time.
No,
That's just
no,
me.
I agree with you, but I agree with you. I think it
We did.
exposed the anger, and I will tell you what he is saying is duplicated all across this country right now,
I'll agree with that
and
wholeheartedly.
that's what my concern is.
I got you. Yeah.
I mean, people have no respect for law enforcement. No, wait a minute. Now here's where we'll go. Forget him, and then I'll get out of the way.
Look at the incident. Look at
was
the
this
recent
Erica
incident.
Thomas. Erica Thomas in the state of Georgia is the minority leader in the House of Representatives in this state. Total lie. Did you follow that story? Did you see that story? Total lie. But if my little Cuban friend Eric wouldn't have showed back up, it would have got blowed up nationwide. Send her
It
back.
did get blowed up nationwide.
But I mean, it would have
Blowed.
took off. What say you? Do you not have a fear of the media? My fear is,
Totally.
I think that I call them the deep state corrupt corporate media.
Forgot the
And
socialist communistic one.
And
Oh,
Trump's
okay.
getting all the blame for this,
Right.
like, for like sowing the seeds of hatred and division.
Yeah, that's what not.
That's exactly where this is going.
That's what you call referral, and then what they're when what is it when you say people do what you're doing?
Well, yeah, you're putting the blame over on them for
exactly what
yeah,
you're doing. Then you say the other people are doing.
displaced something or other.
Yeah.
What do you think about them running that narrative, that race for almost a week of racism, and it's not done? What do you think?
Well, let
of
me
that?
ask y'all what you think. There was a caller into Rush the other day, and he said, "Let me just tell you what racism is and isn't." He said, "Racism is not saying you're black and I don't like you."
It was a black guy too, by the way.
Was it? I
Yes.
couldn't tell.
No,
Oh,
he
really?
said that.
He said, so I
He
was
said, I'm a-
driving, so,
he
I
said, I'm
had
a-
to look at the road.
No, he said I'm a black 50-year-old
Okay, I
man,
missed that
and
part.
let me tell
Okay.
you, I've been subject to racism. But
I missed
go
that
ahead.
part.
Yeah.
So he said racism is not saying you're trash, you're ignorant, any of that. He said racism is denying a person something that other people have. It's denying them the right to eat. It's denying them taxes. It's denying them anything, access to a movie theater, denying them a right. That is racism. Calling them names is rude, ignorant, but it's not racism. And so you think about it, no one would agree much unless they're an intelligent-minded person. But think about that. They're taking the laws and they're doing like this to thin them out. And one more thing, when someone said, I don't know if it was Adam Schiff who said, "We are a nation of laws. We are a law-abiding nation."
Oh,
I'm
they
thinking,
say that all the time.
And so you like sanctuary cities, you like Antifa running around, you like people throwing water over policemen.
Open
and let 'em do
immigration,
it.
open borders.
You know, what? And they get away with it.
Yep.
It's just unbelievable. It's 1984. I know I keep saying that, but it is, and we gotta do something. And now this is disturbing. I don't do social media, but Rick and I were talking the time we did the show about what happens if 10 people in Blue Ridge decide to start something, and then we're in trouble. And it looks like I'm really totally terrified, to be honest.
So the thing happened to you was Facebook or just an email?
Yeah,
or-
Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's why I don't
And
do
it
it.
took off. I'm concerned about
Farce book.
I will tell you what I'm concerned about and why they went with the racism narrative. I noticed last week they weren't as concerned as the kids at the border having a toothbrush. That kind of settled down a day or two. They kind of went to the next thing they could try to divide America. But my thing is what I'm concerned about is I think they're trying everything. And what I think they're trying everything because I think they know Donald Trump gets reelected, and here's what I'm going to tell all Republicans, see if you agree with me. Donald Trump is going to do some things in the next year and a half up to election day that you're going to cringe. You're cringing over this debt deal. You have to understand every single thing he does between, and tell me if you agree or not, everything he does between now and election day has to stay calm and get elected. That has to be first. If he doesn't get elected, we can't get things done. So do you agree we're going to see some things that we might cringe a little
Well,
bit over?
there were two takeaways from the debt deal, and I agree with you. In total, yeah, I mean it's terrible. The two good things are we have funded the military.
Right.
The second thing is it will not be a factor during the election.
Yeah, it's a 2-year deal.
It's
Right.
a 2-year deal. We won't
agree.
have to put up with that crap in 2020
Sideshow,
election, right?
Sideshow.
No more sideshows. It's done. It's over. And I think that's the real underlying reason why, some say that the bullet was bitten. Bited?
They
Was bitten.
Was bitten.
resident English teacher.
That's
here
right.
Was bitten.
Checks our work.
The
right as we
bullet,
do
the
it.
bullet was bitten to get it out of the way, get it off the front page.
Well, my concern is, well, when we talk about the race, first of all, if you notice, Donald Trump puts tweets out, and he doesn't identify groups or anything, and the media runs with it and names it. And what I like to look at, because I study in the mornings the narrative that CNN and NBC and they're all trying to run with, and they'll put on the bylines in the morning, Trump with his comments directly nationalist, white nationalist,
White supremacist.
right? All that the bylines they write, okay.
The same message points.
The
all the time.
bylines they use them with nationalists, white nationalists, racism, hate
Homophobic.
groups. But here's what's happening when they do that byline. They're putting my name on the byline.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. I don't know nothing about white nationalists. I mean, I was only at one communist parade, and I didn't know it. And that's a long story. It's a May Day parade.
I don't think I
All
said
right?
that.
And actually,
Tell us about
I got caught on TV
got caught on
skipping
TV.
school.
Skipping.
Ryan, where were you today? Well, Dad, I was at school. Why?
No, the news ran that
The
parade.
news ran the parade, and you were out
Recognized
there.
you and your friend.
You were out there with the Mayday.
We just saw something assembling on a sidewalk, and we happened to not be in school because we wanted to go look.
Happened to not.
We wanted to go look at the New Balance that just came out. So
Yeah.
at the shoe
my
store, we had
God.
reasons we didn't. Point being is, I know nothing about white nationalists. I do not go to their websites. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about these groups, but. Why did they say white America voted for Barack Obama?
Wedge issue. They're pounding the wedge.
They are.
No, our white guilt. Obama, the white when Obama was first elected, white guilt. We went and voted right. I think they're going to work so hard to try to say anybody that votes for Trump is racist and try to kill that 5-6, because right now, because they're coming out and saying if you support him, period, it's all over the country. You are this. They're identifying you, right? What say you?
Well, they're blitzing.
What time
now
is it,
they're
Josh?
blitzing.
All right, 9:24. Go ahead.
They're blitzing with everything. They've got every divisional tactic they got. They're doing it all at once because they are in trouble. They really are. And then, did you hear Omar say, it's not Antifa or Al Qaeda that's the problem in this country.
It's
It's
white-
rich white men who are the danger to this country. I talk about stomping. I went into the living room. I went out on the porch. I mean, I just want to strangle that woman.
Well, the other thing they often say with that is like, the husbands force their wives how to vote.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was.
That's the other thing. They always link those two.
Yeah.
That-
All right, we got a debate coming this week. Got Biden. Biden is leading in all the polls, leading with black voters, leading with everything. Got a debate. CNN. Go
Was
ahead.
he the same guy that was in the administration when all of this Russian stuff happened? Was he the same guy? I don't understand how the media lets that go when they say
I know.
Trump is the reason for the collusion and the Russian hacking. That happened during their administration.
In any poll based on Cracker Jack, I don't believe so.
CNN,
the Cracker Jack
CNN
poll
is
just
hurting
useless.
so bad No, they are. They are hurting so bad. CNN is. They will turn this debate into like America's Got Talent. They'll do it like they will do. They will.
It'll
do
be
this,
interesting.
This thing, they're going to make it an event. Like you, I tell you, because they got to have winners and losers. Bruce.
Stupid pet tricks.
Okay,
air balls and miss the train.
Double
whatever you
dribble.
call it.
How about
air
double
balls and
dribble?
home runs. Come
Yeah,
on.
whatever you call it.
My home run is Confederate Railroad, a southern country rock group that
Great home run, Bruce.
got bounced out of the Illinois State Fair because their logo is a train with a Confederate flag on it, and it's like divisive. Well, they followed it up with, they had another booking of the Ulster County, New York Fair, and they just got bounced out of that. So what they try to do is like go to New York, a day or two later and have a party. So anyway, they are my home run. And my air ball is AOC in the squad, or AOC +3, or the Ebola squad, whatever they call them. She is saying resisting and boycotting Israel is the same as what all the allies did with boycotting Nazi Germany.
Jeez Louise.
I mean, this woman is brain dead.
My guest
Just
host.
brain dead.
My guest host yesterday, Derek Grayson, calls them the Four Twits. So that's what he
The
calls
four
them.
twits of the
Is that a
apocalypse.
dirty word?
No, I call them. I call them.
no.
I call them the Spice Girls.
And you changed
Unless
one
you had a
letter.
list.
You changed one letter.
If you
Anything
have a
else?
lisp,
Anything else, Bruce?
that's twits.
No, that's.
Rick?
Yes, sir.
I cede my time to the chair.
I'm going to give up my winner portion to Jane because she's got a winner.
All right. We
Because
know.
I do.
She knows.
Hey, I only
I
have a
don't
loser.
even know yet. I'm thinking like crazy.
You better. My winner this week, my loser this week. I only got a loser. That's really
Lots of losers.
I know. My loser this week is the Clinton family, because the police officer that's in jail at the same place that Jeffrey Epstein
Oh, we didn't
is in
even
jail
talk about that.
didn't get him dead, didn't kill him. He let him live for some reason because he had earbuds in and he didn't know the guards were coming. But they want him dead, folks. And if you think that was an accident, if you think that was suicide attempt, you're absolutely dead wrong. They want that guy dead because he's got the goods.
He's got the goods.
So you're saying they may add him to the list that
Oh.
they have down through there?
Poor Seth.
Yes, got it. I was wondering if anybody touched that rail because I almost said it. Go ahead. Rick said you guys. We're waiting. What's your winner?
Well, I just have the obvious. The winners are the good guys, and the losers are the bad guys. I mean, the winners are the Republicans and after Mueller. And Mueller and all those guys are the losers. I know I let you down, but
No, you
that's
didn't
just
let me
so
down. No.
obvious to me. I mean, I think we have the bull by the horns now because of everything they got on the record at the hearing.
We saw the
They
deep
got it
state
on the record.
exposed.
We saw them exposed, and now even the liberals were watching that. Even they can't say, "Wow, what about Mumford? He's a Western
But
asset."
Just as a follow-up, the two
Yeah.
reports we're waiting on, the IG report and the other one from
Durham.
Durham. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they going to come see the light of
They
day?
are
Absolutely.
Are they gonna
already. They are.
The people, the
you
people
will
that.
not believe what's going to happen.
Let me tell you, the IG report. All of a sudden, the reason it's not out is because Durham's effort has created such a firestorm that the people that originally met with the
Horowitz and
with Horowitz are now coming back and saying, you know what, I might have misspoke.
yeah, right, because they lied and they're going to get
Exactly.
caught.
They damn well lied.
Yeah,
They
they're saying,
they
"Ooh."
misspoke. And oh, by the way, I'm here trying to save my butt because I don't want to
Jim
be
Jordan
perjured.
said the record says he lied 3 times.
Yeah.
How come he could and the other guy couldn't?
Let me tell you, those
man.
guys really are the winners of the week.
They are.
Radcliffe,
Oh, they are.
Nunez.
They did.
Jordan.
I like
And
Lesko.
our congressman.
Oh, yeah.
Doug Collins,
Oh,
yeah.
he's brilliant.
All right,
Those are the
folks.
winners.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap this up because we have North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton on the other
JB's
side.
in the house.
I want to tell a very quick story, because my thing this week, I understand I watched the Mueller testimony, is this racism thing. And I have to say, it's scary to me because I actually wonder when there's people getting attacked just because they're wearing a hat. There's people getting attacked because they're wearing a shirt. And it's just not right anyway. And I'm in fear of what's going on in this country. So I'll tell you a brief little story. I'll keep it clean, okay? And quick. I used to, in my past life, I used to manage very large building material companies. And I had a store, and I am going to give it to you, in Greensboro, North Carolina. So a company called me up, so you go to Greensboro, North Carolina, and manage this store for us. Sure. So I go out there, go make it real quick. I go out there, and it's got about 40 employees, all right? 40 employees. All of my drivers, all of my delivery personnel, every one of them, black. So I stay there. I'm there 3 weeks. I got like 40 black guys working in the back. And here I am. I'm the white guy, right, as you can guess, in the group. So I'm going out there and I'm talking to these guys. So over a couple weeks, I realized that I've got this one amazing delivery driver. I'm not going to give you his name, but amazing. Best delivery driver in my career to this day. So I call him in. I say, let's go in the office a minute. And I said, you're one of the best delivery drivers I've ever met in my life. I said, you're an amazing hard worker. But we got a couple guys that's not pulling it like you do. You understand? He said, I get it. And I said, why don't we have any white people working here? If we got a problem with white people here? No, I ain't got a problem with them. All I want, now I went to the top guy, I said, all I want is guys to climb up in my truck or get in our truck that's going to make it happen. I don't care. I said, so you're all right if I go out and I recruit a couple from maybe our competition, they're best drivers and they might be white, you're okay with that? Sure. So we can let some white people in here? Absolutely. So that's what we did. We put a couple white people in the group. Man, we turned that into probably 50% black, 50% white, and we turned it out of 18 stores. We took it from like number 7 to number 1 in sales. Gross profit, everything those guys did. And they did it together back there in a warehouse. And every Monday morning we'd have a meeting and we'd have a white guy didn't like a black guy and somebody would say something and, we'd solve it right then. I did not know. And this is before Barack. I really didn't know we were going down this road of division. But that's what the corrupt media has done. That's what the Obama administration has done. I'm sorry to say, but I could tell stories like that all day long. So when somebody attacks me for racism, wrong guy. I'm going to be with Jesse Barton, North Georgia Community, North Georgia Senior. How does that say that, Rick?
Senior Living.
All right, how's it? All right, do it for me, Jesse, because you're going to be here next week. Say it, it's your job.
This is a test.
You put me way
Jesse
too
Barton, Community Relations Director, North Georgia Senior Living, Cameron Hall.
That's it.
We'll go with that. We're out.
You read my lips.